Today, our second guest with us is my name is Emiliola Rosado, and here with me is and we are here with
Mrs. Adebayo Faith.
So today we would like to ask you questions about the International Boys Day. And the first question is, why do you think it's important to celebrate the boys' child?
Well, I think it is important to celebrate the boy child because the boy child is also an important gender in our society. They contribute as much as the other gender. The boy child brings a lot of things to the table. When they grow up, they are the father, the ones in charge of all the aspects of the family. So it is important to celebrate them now so that as they grow up, they can walk into the position which they are expected or what they are expected to do. Thank you.
Thank you much for that. The second question is, what challenges do boys child face in society?
Okay, I feel one of the challenges boy child faces is the pressure that is mounted on them as a boy. Most times the society kind of see them as a gender that should not express their feelings, that they need to suppress their feelings, and because of this it brings a lot of emotional trauma, brings a lot of other things that happen. So the boy child needs also to express their feeling. They need to be cared for, they need to be protected, they need to be educated. So the most challenges is the pressure that the society puts on them, that they should not express, they should man up and so on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
And today, our second guest with us is
Mr. Victor Bala.
the question I have to ask you today is, what advice do you give to the boys about their mental health?
Okay, the advice I'd like to give to the boys about their mental health is every boy should speak up more on any challenge they're passing through, and also, most importantly, you should get a mentor that can guide them and can help navigate them through difficult times in life.
Okay, thank you for that. The second question is, what problems do boys child face in society today?
Since let me adding more context to it, the African society, the African culture wants a boy child to always be mentally strong and not speak much on what he or she is passing through, especially. Sorry about that. And I think that's one of the major problem of a boy child in Africa, right? Even though you're passing through challenges, they don't want you to just come up and start speaking. They want you to face it head on and find a solution about it. That's actually what makes you a man in an African society.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And our third guest today is,
Adegbulobe Jeremiah.
and the question I have for you today is, how can parents support or help the boys with their emotional well-being?
Alright, I would like to start with this that the boys of today are the parents of tomorrow, husband of tomorrow, teachers, pastors, and leaders of tomorrow in general. So if the boys of today are being celebrated and supported, they're going to make a very good leader tomorrow. So I will encourage the parents to support the boys. No gender is of less value. They have equal value. So every boy should be celebrated so that their self-esteem can be encouraged.
Okay, thank you for that. The second question is, what makes a good man in the society?
Yes, I would like to quote the good book, the Bible. It says, if a man cannot provide for his own house, especially, is worse than an infidel. So a man should be able to provide for his house. It makes him responsible and ability to take responsibilities, to summon challenges and be able to tackle them. So it's part of what makes him a man.
Thank you, sir.
Our fourth guest today with us is,
Vivian Ikikiola.
and the question I have for you today, Maya, is, why do you think boys find it difficult to speak about their problems?
Alright, thank you so much. The reason I think or I feel boys find it difficult to talk about what they're going through is because the society has put it in such a way that they feel that boys should be able to handle certain things and not really cry about it or let people know about what they're going through. The idea of boys are boys or men should be men, right? So young boys get to pick this up very early from what they see around them. Probably when they see their fathers going through certain things, but they are not telling, they're not saying anything. You ask him, "How are you doing that?" He says, I'm okay," but you can see it right on his face that he's going through a lot. So they pick that, and then they begin to, that becomes part of their mindset. Oh, they cannot let people know. They will figure it out. And of course, this is not too good, because whether you are a boy or you are a girl, you are human first of all. So you should be able to let people know what you're going through, right? And as they often say, a problem shared is a problem half solved at least, right? So you should be able to, let people know what you're going through, irrespective of your gender. It goes a long way to help out. That's what I think.
Okay, thank you for that. The second question is, if you could speak to all the boys in the world right now, what would you say to them?
Okay, yes. I would say, first of all, be yourself. Appreciate the fact that you're a boy. God did not make a mistake making you a boy. And because He had made you a boy, you should know that you are favored already. All you need to do is to get things right. First of all, know your circle, right? Who are those that you're working with? Because it is one thing to know who you are. It's another thing to go with people that appreciate your values, that appreciate your identity. So have your identity, know who you are, know your values, know your place, okay, as God has designed you, okay, know your place in society, and do not, get involved in anything that can belittle who you are. Right? Have self-worth. Appreciate yourself. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter your flaws, your mistakes. Ensure that you are doing everything part-time to be better. Right? Okay, you're doing everything part-time to become the you that you want to see. Right? Because every single one of us have, desires for ourselves. We want to develop ourselves in certain areas. So you are looking at that picture and you're saying, okay, I'm going to strive towards it, irrespective of what is going on around me. And one more thing I must say before I round off is this: do not get carried away by the distractions out there. Young boys today are really distracted about the so-called very quick easy way to get rich. And some of them will say, okay, going to school is not really necessary. After all, I saw a 16-year-old getting so and so amount of money from what he does, and then you do not pay attention to the fact that 16-year-old is doing something that is not right. Am I saying that 16-year-olds or teenagers cannot make legit money? Of course they can, but do not be carried away, especially when the route to getting that money is not legal, is not right. Focus, stay open-minded, build yourself, learn new things, and I can assure you the best is yet to come. That's what I can say today.
Thank you,
so
Ma.
much.
Thank you. Let's just go with us is where DJ Moya and Abigail. The question I have today is, why do you think boys find it difficult to speak about their problems in the modern day society?
Okay, I think the society teaches them how to hide their own feelings and how to act strong even though when they are hurt. So it's part of those things too.
Thank you, Ma. The second question is, what makes a good man in the society?
Oh wow. What makes a good man in society? It shows by his character, it shows by his kindness, respect, how responsible he is in society.
Thank you, Ma.
Our next guest today is
Mr. Felix Fadil.
the question I have for you today, sir, is how do you think social media have affected the boys of today?
Social media has really affected our youth, our boys. Let me be specific, our boys. So many ways. One of it is that many of them find it difficult to concentrate on their studies, especially those who have not channeled the use of social media to help them in their studies. Instead of using social media for academic purpose, many of them have channeled into maybe negative things, which will not bring them, will not glorify them ultimately. Now, again, social media, as most of the time, has prevented our youth from doing what we are supposed to do at the right time. You see many of them, what they are supposed to do in the house, to help their parents, to do house chores, and they will just abandon it. They will concentrate on the pressing, phone pressing, if there is any word like that. Eh? So it has taken, but I won't forget the fact that I will see as some of our youth today who are making good use of it. Eh? Especially put them in their story. But majority, the large chunk of our youth are not making good use of using social media to better their lives. Thank you.
Thank you for that, sir. The second question is, what advice do you wish someone gave you as a teenager?
As a teenager, one, I would have loved to be advised maybe on maybe choice of maybe course of study in the university, because many of us attended what we call village school. Just courses based on our desire. Unlike nowadays, when the students are sent to school and you have people who will tutor them on what they are going to do in the future, different professions that are available for them in the future. That is going to guide their career path, so you understand. So, but during our own time, there was something like that, so you understand. Then again, I would have loved to be trained on how to move closer to God. Because without God, nobody can achieve anything by his own power. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.